Hey, thanks for joining me again. It's Deidre Pujols, and this dish I get to share with you, I just learned when I went to the Dominican Republic. It is called Gandules Con Coco, and my friend Nanny took time out of her day to spend with me and share with me this dish. Very common, very simple to make, and I think that it is a great side to any dish, meat or rice, however you want to eat it. I like to eat it just as soup, but it's totally a personal preference. So let me go through the ingredients with you, tell you what you'll need, and then we'll hook it all up. The first thing you'll need to start off is the 24-centimeter caldero. This is the perfect size cookware for this dish. You need 3 15-ounce cans of green pigeon peas. These are called gandules, and we'll use about half of this. This is coconut milk. We have a little bit of oil to start off our whole dish with, our pan. We do save the juice of the pigeon peas because we'll need it a little bit just so that we have it keep the beans going when they're heating up in the pot. In this dish here, we have oregano and black pepper. Oregano is so common over there. I learned this in my last trip. Everybody uses it for almost every dish. Our smashed up garlic with a little bit of salt. The tomato paste here. I have the cubanella peppers again. You can use green bell peppers if cubanellas aren't in season or aren't in your market. I have red bell pepper. And then again, we have the sazon líquido, which is just a liquid sofrito, a sazon, a sauce. If you cannot find this in your market, it's not in a specialty market, or you don't have one near you, feel free to go online, pujolskitchen.com. You can prepare the sazon that I have on there. It's a fresh sazon. You can totally use that in all your dishes. I'm just making this for you the way that my friend Nanny made it for me, and it could totally lead you wherever you'd like to go. The one other ingredient that we have here is a little bit of cornstarch. Nanny taught me that that helps keep the green pigeon peas from breaking up when they get into the pan. When it gets hot, they won't break up so easy. The last few things we have, again, are the cilantro and the celery here, and the calabaza, which is that pumpkin, seasons everything. And I have my bouillon cubes on the side for seasoning. By my own admission, I never knew. On celery, I used to just kind of take the leaves off and throw them as waste, but I feel really bad now because when I went to the Dominican, this is basically most of what they use from the celery to cook with, and just expressed how much flavor they have in them. So now I'm totally inspired. I've changed my mind about the leaves on the celery, and I am using the leaf tops now. So that is one of the ingredients that we'll be working with today. All right, so here we go. We are going to put together our gandules. First, you add a little bit of olive oil to the pan. It's about a tablespoon. Turn on a medium to low heat. I'm going to take some of that cornstarch that we got and just put a little bit on top of the gandules. And Nanny taught me that this helps keep the green pigeon peas from separating once they hit the oil. So here we go. That is the sound we want to hear. One tried to get away, we put him back in. Can't let that one gandule run off on you. Here we go. You just use a little bit of the juice from the can to keep it nice and moist so that don't burn out to the bottom of the pan. So if you're like me, you have 4 kids and a husband, everybody keeps you busy. The easiest thing for me is to use the canned pigeon peas. Now, when I go to the Dominican Republic, those ladies are sitting there, or sometimes men, are sitting and picking their peas out of the pods, literally, for what they're going to eat for lunch. But back here, back home, I don't have those pods to pick, and I don't have the time to pick them. So I use the cans. So essentially, these beans are already cooked. So we can go ahead and move forward with our ingredients. I have the peppers we talked about. You can cut them as big as small as you prefer. We have our seasonings, our black pepper, our oregano. Lots of seasoning. Our magnificent smashed garlic, my favorite ingredient in the whole wide world. gonna get that out of there. We can add in our sazon, our sauce. Again, if you don't have the specialty market that sells these kind of liquid sauces, go to the Pujols Kitchen website and go ahead and make the fresh sazon. It tastes just as good and it's fresh. Again, I'm just trying to show you how my friend Nanny taught me how to make this. And then we have a few ingredients left. We have our cilantro and our celery. Maybe don't need that much. There we go. And again, this is just all for seasoning. And the last we have here our pumpkin pieces. Now the pumpkin pieces are going to be used for a couple things. They're going to be used for flavor, and they also help thicken the beans in the end, and I'll show you how we do that after we're done with this dish here. So kind of just mixing the flavors around. I have a chicken bouillon cube. I'll go ahead and use this whole thing. Sprinkle that around. Just continue to softly mix your beans, because these beans, they will mash if you're too hard on them. So it's best just to lightly toss them around like that. We have a can of coconut milk, but we're only going to use about half of this amount. This is 2 cups. Well, this is about 1 3/4 cups, so. Mix that up. Oh, these guys keep trying to get away. And you can really smell, that was the coconut milk, you can really smell that. And the last thing I want to do is add a little bit of water. Just enough to kind of cover the beans there. And basically, that's all that needs to happen. We let it cook for 15-20 minutes until the vegetables are nice and tender. So I just want to make sure I'm happy with the way that it's tasting, make sure I don't want to put any more coconut milk in it before I start letting it get delicious. So I'll just taste it real quick. And the flavor's really good, but I think we could put one more thing in it. I remember Nanny had me cut up a purple onion down in the Dominican. So I want to add a purple onion just to the top, let the flavors kind of marinate in there together. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to put my lid back on. We'll let these green pigeon peas, these gandules, roll out for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to eat up. Voila. All right, folks, here we go. We're going to enjoy some Gandules de Coco. First, there's a must. Nanny says that one of the things that we need to do is take some of this pumpkin that we've put into the gandules and just smash it up like this. It helps with the color, and it also helps with the texture. It kind of thickens the beans up a little bit. So I'm just taking some of these pumpkin pieces, the calabaza, auyama they call them, and I am just smashing them up like so. And that's probably good. All right, so that looks nice. And we will, I'm gonna plate some up. I like to eat mine as a soup, but it's really great with a side of rice or on the side with a meat dish. Really good stuff. So that's about as much as I can eat. Here we go. Our gandules de coco. You saw how easy it was. It's going to be easy to eat because it tastes really good. So thanks to Nanny, you and I get to enjoy a really good dish, gandules de coco. Thank you.
¿Con pescado con coco?
Ajá.
Ah, bueno.
Sí.
Pues como te dije ahorita que te va a dar mucho beso.